announced now the public address, prompting the response of James will throw in from the baseline. And the Bulls are in the penalty. Excuse me, Miami is
94-91, Miami. 42 seconds left to go in the game. Heat ball.
Plenty of time. Look for LeBron to penetrate after he runs the clock down. I don't know why you wouldn't just go 2 for 1 here.
LeBron James has the ball. Puts it up. Please miss. Thank you. Get the board, please. What happened?
Now on Wade, he got Noah. That's only the 13th foul. First in the last 2 minutes. So Chicago. That's the 13th foul. That's right. Yeah, they have now. They had a foul to give. Now the next foul puts them all right because for the final.
Come on, come on, come on, please.
3-point game as Robinson moves it across. No timeout for Tom Thibodeau. He's going to just play.
18 seconds to go. For 3. Come on, man. Who's with the rebound? Hamilton with the ball. Noah. Back to Hamilton.
Hamilton looking for Robinson. They want a 3.
Butler for 3. Please go in.
Butler shoots to tie. Miami takes the series in 5. They advance to the Eastern Conference Final. And now await the winner between the Knicks and Indiana. The Pacers up 8-1, Game 5 in New York tomorrow night. Including the playoffs, the Heat have won 45 of their last 48. And it's the first time this season the Bulls have lost 4 in a row. For the injury here, Bulls, a gallant postseason run. Beat the Nets in 7, take the opener of this series. Looked to get the Heat in a physical style and then hung in the first 3 games, but would fall short playing without 3 star players, Derrick Rose, Luol Deng, and Kurt Heinrich.
Yep.
So it's Miami in 5, and we go to Rick Sager. Quick.
Well, Dwayne, I know you're not Clark Kent, and Superman didn't emerge from a phone booth, but you went to the locker room between the 3rd and 4th quarter to change your rapping. What did you do in there, and how did it change?
I knew the 4th quarter was going to be tough, so I wanted to retake my knee. So I knew I was going to come back into a grind. So our trainers did a great job of getting it taken enough, but I come out and play.
What does the tape do?
It does a lot of things.
How were you able to play with the pain, and how much was there?
Everybody got to play through something. So, like I said, some moments that feel great, some moments that don't, but it's all about doing what you can for your team. And, I'm a team guy, and that's what I did tonight.
In that one stretch there for a couple of minutes, you had 2 runners, you had a block shot, you had a dunk, it looked like the weight of old. Can you return to your form here for the next round?
Well, I had a good couple minutes. I was just being aggressive. I knew that they seen a lot of LeBron and Norris at that time, so I knew they weren't prepared for me to attack, so that's what I was able to do.
Well, congratulations, get healthy.
Thank you. Me and you got something in common. They like to talk about the way we dress.
Do you like it?
I love it.
All right. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Mark.
All right, Craig. Despite the sore knee, Dwayne Wade, down the stretch, hit 3 for 3, did it at the defensive end as you watch the final seconds. This one, time running out as Hamilton launched a 3. Nate Robinson had an opportunity, as did Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, Butler had the open look. Miami actually made a mistake. Both defenders left Butler, and he was open. Probably rushed it a little bit.
Yep.
But what a fight for Chicago. And for Miami, the best possible scenario you see in their records looking forward against either the Pacers or the Knicks. But this is exactly what Miami wanted. They got Wade going. They had to fight, and they embraced the competitiveness of this game, and they gutted it out. A tremendous 4th quarter performance by the Heat.
They outscored the Bulls 25-14 in the 4th. What a game, though, here tonight in Miami. And a gutty effort again by the Chicago Bulls, with Miami winning it 94-91. Our producer, Scott Cockerell, director, Renato Lowe. Thanks to our associate directors, Billy Proctor and D.T. Slofton, our graphic coordinators, J.P. Jeff Paris and Sam Polis, and our statistician, Brian Taylor. Miami Heat advance to the Eastern Conference Final. They'll meet either the Pacers or the Knicks. You'll see the Eastern Conference Final.
Probably the Pacers.
On TNT. in the final. The Heat 94 and the Bulls 91. Coming up next, Game 5 of the West Semis between the Grizzlies and the Thunder. Marv Albert, Steve Kerr, Craig Sager saying so long from Miami. We'll take a break, and then we send it to Matt Devlin and the czar Mike Fratello in Oklahoma City.
Oh man, what a game. Like I said, you know, congrats to the Heat on their victory, but you better believe that if we had Rose, Deng, Heinrich, and all our guys playing, that this would not have happened, you know? I mean, I'm sorry, not that it would not have happened, would have been tougher for them to beat us, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that to show my own team pity, but I'm just saying that, you know, if we were not Derrick Roseless in the postseason, you know, I don't think that we would have gotten knocked out in 5 games. Now I know exactly what some of you guys are thinking. You're saying, well, didn't they lose in 5 games as well in 2011? Well, guess what? Derrick Rose was what, 22 years of age in only his 3rd season? Yes, that was also his MVP season. Yeah, I'm not gonna not count that, but you gotta at least show pity that, hey, look, you know, it was his 3rd season. He was younger then, and again, I'm not trying to use that as an excuse, but I'm saying that should be considered. Okay, and by the way, congrats to the Heat on their series victory here tonight. Okay, so let me just get that off of my chest. Do I show the Heat all the credit for defeating the depleted Chicago Bulls? Absolutely not. And I say that with no intention to hate on the best team in the NBA this last 2 seasons, the Miami Heat. Okay, with zero intention to hate on the best team in the NBA. Okay, I say that because, you know, obviously if the opposing team is without 3 of their top 6 best players, of course I am not going to show them all the credit in the world. And I am going to go out on a limb and make you guys a hypothetical promise that if this series was vice versa, meaning that if the Heat were playing without 3 of their top 6 best players, I would not show my Bulls all the credit in the world. I promise you that. That's my personal promise to all of you out there, you know, because I'm not going to be biased. That I'm just not going to do. You know, if David Stern / the referees / the NBA wants to be biased, just as they were in games 2 and 3, so be it. But I'm not going to be that person. I'm just not. So anyways, the series ended at 5 games, 4 games to 1. He took that, or should I say, the LeBron James led Miami Heat. They now go on to play either the, I believe it's either the Pacers or the Knicks. It's most likely going to be the Pacers because they're up 3 games to 1. Very surprising to me, by the way, that the Pacers are up in that series 3-1. But not to go off topic here, you know, amazing defense by the Heat in that last Chicago possession. You know, I was expecting Rip Hamilton to shoot that last 3, but he was, you know, forced to pass it up to Butler because he was collapsed on the defense. I believe it was by James or Wade. But anyways, doesn't matter. We lost. This game was perhaps the least biased / lopsided / favored game, if you ask me. But I'm not going to forget about the fact that games 2 and 3 were, if not the most lopsided, biased, and Heat-favored games in this series. And once again, I'm saying that with no intention to hate whatsoever. So there's no need for you guys to come in the comment section below and say, "You mad, bro? Are you mad that the Heat won? You know, F you, etc." Like, guys, that's not necessary. You know, I'm not mad that the Heat won games 2 and 3, along with games 4 and 5. But primarily speaking of games 2 and 3, I'm not mad that the Heat won. I'm mad about the fact that that those 2 games were very lopsided in terms of the officiating. And again, the high-profile ref that was involved in that is Scott Foster, and I owe him a big thank you. Thanks, Scott. Highly appreciate that, bro. I just look very forward to the day that you get fired from the NBA. You know, and once again, I can't wait till David Stern steps down as the commissioner of the NBA next year. I'm not sure which month it is, but I know it's in 2014. Most likely Adam Silver is gonna take over, and word has it that he's gonna be worse than David Stern. Now let's just keep our fingers crossed on that, so that won't be the case. What else, guys? You know, that's basically it. You know, congrats to the Heat on moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals and most likely the NBA Finals itself. And yes, I did predict before this year even began, the 2012-13 year, I predicted that the Heat would repeat this year. And my prediction was not true that the Heat would win this series in 6 games, because they obviously took it tonight in 5. Okay, just as I had newly expected. Okay, because I was not expecting this series to have a few games where the refs would choose to be biased / lopsided. You know, sucks. But anyways, even if the series was not lopsided / biased or favored more towards the Heat, I still predicted us to lose this series in 6 games. And again, the only thing I'm mad about is the fact that the officials and the NBA did not allow us to play fairly. As Tom Thibodeau said, you know, there's a good reason why Tom Thibodeau got fined 35 grand for speaking the truth, or quote unquote criticizing the refs, which I don't think he was criticizing at all. You know, if speaking the truth is criticism, then some people have a very weak way of looking at things. I just don't know what to say. I can't wait till April 2014, which is going to be in 11 months, for the Chicago Bulls to hopefully, and again, keyword is hopefully, come back 100% healthy. I am slightly disappointed at D Rose for being 100% clear to play physically ever since February or March, but choosing not to play because he was not mentally ready. And I don't say that to criticize you, Rose, but there comes a point in life where you just have to, I guess, just grind it out. Not that you didn't have it physically, but I'm under the impression that you were waiting to become 110%. You know, you were already 100% physically to play, but you just chose, you know, to not do that. And I guess you're definitely entitled to your choices, but there's only one way to look at it. You know, you either retire and never play again, or you look past the fact that you had an ACL injury, because the fact that you had an ACL injury is never going to go away. You know, the past is the past. We can't change that, but I think what you're trying to do is that you're afraid of being in the Brandon Roy situation. You don't want to injure it again, because you know that if you do it, then your career is most likely, I don't want to say over, but it's in major jeopardy. Now let's just hope that that's not the case. Let's just hope that you do come back in the start of the 2013-14 season, which is most likely going to be in late October, in 5 months, but only time will tell. And there you guys have it. I just can't wait to read the comments in the box and everything. Just Heat fan or not, Bulls fan or not, just put an asterisk next to this series saying no Rose, no Heinrich, no Dang, along with the fact that games 2 and 3 were lopsided in terms of the officiating. I mean, Steve Kerr even said, you know, the refs need to be a bit more professional, along with Marv Albert as well. All right. Let me know what you guys think about that, and I'll get to you guys soon. All right. Take care.